everybody, and welcome back to the channel. You joined me in yet another location in my house. I am in our lounge on the floor next to the Christmas tree. She's vibing. It's festive, it's Christmassy, although this is not really like a super festive video, but whatever. Let's hang out, let's chill, let's discuss, let's talk life. First of all, how are you doing? It's been a while since I've had one of these sit down videos because I don't know, I've just been living life. It's been busy. Christmas, as you know, is always a really busy time, especially if you're Filipino. And yeah, I've just been enjoying living my best life. So, welcome back. It is so good to see you. It is so good to be back here and chatting. Today, I wanted to try holding a mic. So, let's see how it goes. Now that it is December, well, it will be December by the time you're watching this, I guess it's time to, reflect, slow down a little bit, look back on the year that we've had, and it's been I don't want to say it's been a big year, but it does feel like it's been a big year. At the same time, it doesn't. I don't know if that makes sense. I think December is a time to be reflecting on the year that you've had, and then once it's January, people are like, okay, let me set some goals, let me set some resolutions. See, I don't even know what the fuck people call them because I don't personally set them. Me and my husband, we're not resolution people. Our mindset is that, if you have a goal, then it doesn't really matter what time of the year it is. You kind of just do whatever you want, whenever. The time of the year doesn't really matter as such. So although I don't set resolutions, I did commit to a do nothing year. Not really what people commit to do at the beginning of the year. It's not a very common resolution to do nothing. I decided I was tired, or maybe I didn't decide it. Maybe my body decided it. Either way, I decided I would have a do nothing year, which was essentially just like not do very much, not have too big projects going on, not set too many big life goals. And the biggest reason why is because I feel like I was just really tired. Past couple of years have been really busy, like getting engaged, moving house, a lot of travel, obviously getting married and then going on a honeymoon and da da da. It's just been very, very busy, and like career wise as well, not just for me, but for both me and Leslie. And so I was just like, you know what, this year, let me relax. Like, let me not do anything too big. Like, let me try, just living. Let me try being a normal person and not be too attached to my achievements or to feeling productive or to this hustle culture. I feel like my body, my spirit, my whole being was also just trying to get out of survival mode because I've been on survival mode basically since I was alive. And then I think it's just something clicked in me. I think I just like slowly relaxed into a more relaxed state. I just slowly sank into a more relaxed state, just like when you sink into a beanbag. Just slowly relax into it. It was a very gradual process for me. Years of therapy, obviously, and being supported by a very loving, caring husband, and just being around people in general who care about you and want to be there for you. Because I don't come from wealth or privilege, I've always worked pretty much my entire life ever since I could work, put myself through university, paid all my own debts, and worked part-time in many jobs. And right after uni, pretty much working full-time immediately, and then doing corporate, and then years and years of hustling and climbing corporate ladders and getting promotions and working hard for pay rises and all those things. And there is a saying that when you don't rest, your body will find a way to force you to rest. And maybe it's a mix of that and also just spiritually, emotionally relaxing, releasing a lot of tension, releasing a lot of anger, releasing a lot of trauma from my body. Yeah, it's been a gradual process, and now I feel like I'm leaving the survival mode. And this year, I really wanted to lean into that relaxed state. It's definitely like a luxury and a privilege to be able to do this, like to just have a year where you're just like, you know what, if a new job happens, then it happens. But I won't be like actively looking for it. I won't be like busting my ass, like getting certifications or busting my ass for a promotion or any of these things. Like this year, I just don't want to try too hard. I just want to let life happen. I just want to live. In saying that, here is how my do nothing year went. Here are all the benefits that I saw after experiencing this do nothing year. This year, I really learned to reinvest into my hobbies. So I'm getting back into reading again, like very furiously. I've read so many books. I had more time to hang out with my husband and my cats and just in general enjoy being at home. I also have more time to like reinvest in my friendships, having more time to see friends more spontaneously. I've also found that I'm way more generous this year compared to other years, not just financially, but also with myself and my time. So in a financial sense, like paying for dinners, paying for coffees, paying for lunches out, like that kind of stuff, treating my family and friends to gifts, and coming out of a survival mindset really makes you more generous in general. I've also made way more purchases this year for myself. I just kind of let myself loose a bit more when it comes to treating myself, not just like to big purchases, but also to small ones like, oh, you know, a cute little pastry. Like, oh yeah, that keychain is cute, let me buy it. Like, you know, not really limiting myself too much. If you are the type of person who needs to feel productive to feel happy, or to feel like your life means something, or to feel like normal, if your normal is to be always busy and always doing something, then maybe a do nothing year would be good for you. Why have a do nothing year? I would recommend it if you have ticked off a lot of big life goals. So, for example, you feel like you've reached a certain time or part in your career where you feel like, oh yeah, I'm feeling good about this, or you recently got married, or you recently moved in with your partner. After achieving a lot of, you know, big life goals, we don't really give ourselves a lot of time to just kind of sit and celebrate, like really just sit in that moment of, yes, I worked really hard to get here, now let me enjoy what I worked hard for. Because usually what we do is we start looking at the next goalpost. The goalpost is here, we work really hard, and then we get there, and then we're like, okay, what's the next goalpost? I think it's really, really important to just kind of stay there for a little bit, you know? If this was a mountain, there is usually a rest stop where people can either take a night or a couple of nights off hiking so that they can continue the rest of the way up to the top without any problems or with like minimal issues. Rest is a very, very important part of a human's life, and it's something that I've personally had to learn. There are two types of people in this world: the people who would sleep all day if they could, and the people who would not sleep at all if they could. And I used to be one of those people. were like, if you ask me, hey, if you could like not do something for the rest of your life, what would that be? And I was like, probably sleep, so that I can fit more into my day or like do more stuff. Yeah, I think it's really important to just give yourself the time to sit back, relax, and congratulate yourself. Like, pat yourself in the back, enjoy all that you've worked hard for. So, if you've worked really hard to, give yourself a safe, cozy home, then enjoy your safe, cozy home. If you have a mortgage or if you're paying rent for a place that you love, enjoy your home. If you've always wanted a pet, spend time with your pet. Enjoy the things that you've worked hard for in life. Don't just think, okay, what's the next thing? It's okay to give yourself a bit of a break. I wouldn't even call it a break. You don't always have to be reaching for the next thing. Like, we're always reaching for the next thing. Rest is so important to all of our organs, like even just physically. Your brain needs time to be able to process all the information and process all your emotions. Your body needs time to heal. Your muscles need time to stitch itself back together and to form new muscles. Like, rest is a part of any routine, like any exercise regime, because your body needs that time. And so if you don't give your body the rest that it deserves and that it needs, then your body will force you to. The other good thing about having a do nothing year is that you really detach yourself from a lot of external definitions of who you are. So, for example, being a dancer is an external definition of who I am. Like, I'm not a dancer inside. I'm perceived by people as a dancer when I dance. You know what I mean? Like, this is a perception from others. And clinging to that identity as a dancer was something that I used to do that I definitely don't do anymore. Now I find way more joy in dancing because I kind of just do it for myself, or I do it with my friends, and I've kind of just reclaimed the joy of the art itself rather than who it makes me, or like who people think I am because of the dancing. And that applies to a lot of other, external definitions of who you are, like a successful person. How do you really measure success? It's arbitrary, it's societal, it depends on what kind of culture you come from, or like where in the world you live. Like, the definition of success is different everywhere, therefore it's external. By not having a lot of these external identities so attached to you, you come back to yourself a lot, and then makes you realize, oh, like, what really is important to me? Why am I doing this? Who do I really want to be? Obviously, if you're also the type to hustle or to be attached to achievements or to be attached to productivity, then you are probably chronically stressed or chronically fatigued. And so a do nothing year would probably benefit you a lot, because then you actually can take time to yourself to heal your body and your mind and your spirit, whatever you need. Just release yourself from a lot of pressures and stresses from the world if you're able to. I don't think life is about stress or pressure. I think it's just something that like we've created for ourselves, or decided that that's going to be a thing that we do. So having a long break really, really helps. You don't have to absolutely do nothing. You can still go to your job, but you don't have to be so like attached to your job, like, oh, I need to do all these things so I can get a pay rise, or so that I can get promoted. Or, I mean, if that's a big goal for you, then go for it. But if you've been doing it for so long, and if it makes you feel like constricted inside, then maybe you just need some time to rest and recover, and yeah, just take a break from playing the game, from playing the societal game of like, oh, you need to be able to do this by this age, you need to earn this much by this age. You don't have to. You can just do things at your own pace, or you can do that if that's important to you, but just take a break. It doesn't hurt to take a break. In fact, it's probably better for you. You are definitely way more productive when you're rested than you are when you're fatigued, burnt out, stressed, or not sleeping enough. I realize that it is not the easiest thing to be able to have a quote unquote do nothing year, because you definitely need support to be able to do it. Like, you need someone in your life who will look out for you and help you and care for you, and that is actually a necessity in life. I think hyper independence is a myth. It is a trauma response. If you can build a supportive community around you, or if you have people that you can go to, or if you can afford therapy, or if you're able to get therapy, I would suggest doing all of that. Just because we're not made to do life alone, and we are social creatures, no matter how much you spin it. Hyper independence is not cute. Not being able to rely on others is not a strength. Yeah, life is not meant to be lived alone. So just make sure if you do have a do nothing year, that you let the people around you know, just so that people know what you're up to and can provide support when you need it. And also it can help open a conversation up, oh, why do you need a break? Maybe other people don't know what you're going through, so maybe it's a good time as any to open up. If you are thinking of having a do nothing year and you're just waiting for someone to, give you permission or even give you this idea or validate your needs, then here it is. I am validating you. You're allowed to rest. You have permission to rest and recover. As a living, breathing thing, rest is essential, and you deserve it as much as the other person, as much as every other living being on this earth. You don't need to earn it. You don't even need to be able to succeed or achieve a certain thing to justify resting. You can just rest whenever you like, and let that be that. Just honor your needs, honor yourself, be there for yourself, be gentle towards yourself, care for yourself. And one of the main ways for you to do that is to let yourself rest, to let yourself relax, and not just in a way that is, feeding your dopamine addiction. I'm not talking about just scrolling on your phone for ages, although you could do that. You just need to be intentional about it. I'm talking about relaxing into yourself, going back into yourself and recognizing what your needs are, and just being really in touch with your body and your mind and your spirit. Ask yourself, what do I need? For how long do I need it for? Do I need to extend this break? What is my spirit, my heart calling for? Get in touch with yourself, because otherwise we're all just distracting ourselves from ourselves, which is really, really weird. And it's not productive for you. It's not healthy for you. And, everyone loves a good distraction, but let's be real. Distracting yourself is easy, but working on yourself and getting to know yourself is a little bit harder. It requires a little bit more effort. So if you can do that, then do so. It might take you a long time. That's fine. Take all the time that you need. If it's a do nothing year, then it's a do nothing year. If it's a do nothing 6 months, it's a do nothing 6 months. Celebrate yourself. Let yourself relax. Rest in your laurels. And then by the time you're done, you'll be able to get up, you'll know yourself better, and you'll be able to do whatever it is that you're wanting to do a lot better, a lot smarter, and a lot healthier. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the Christmas holidays. I know it's not the best time for everybody, because a lot of people's families or friends can be toxic or not feel good. So sending love to everyone out there who might be struggling during the holiday season. I understand you, we see you, but make sure that you reach out if you want company or comfort from your friends or chosen families. Here's to a restful rest of the year and a great 2025 ahead. Thanks for watching this video. I wish all the best for you. Have a lovely rest of your day. Bye.